เย้ยมาได้แล้วเป็นของคอนเทนต์ฮองไกเหมือนเดิมเสียงผมกระตุกไหมบอกด้วยนะอืมก็ไม่ชัวร์เหมือนกันว่าเสียงที่ผ่านการกรองจากการ์ดจอจะเป็นเหมือนออโต้บอทตอนไหนแต่ตอนนี้ก็จะยังเฮ้ยบิดอะไรคุณไหมยังไม่บิดเพราะยังไม่มีใครมาฉันไม่บิดแล้วก็เดี๋ยวถ้าได้ดูดีๆถ้าได้ตรวจอะไรนะไอดีจริงๆเดี๋ยวเข้าไปบิดแต่ถ้าตอนนี้ยังเดี๋ยวนะเพลงไม่เข้าเนาะ
Seriously, when is this war dance going to start? The sky splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders.
เสียงเบาไปไหมวะ
The Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
นั่นจะนะ
War dance.
อ๋อรู้แล้วเกิดอะไรขึ้นขออนุญาตแป๊บหนึ่งก็สงสัยอยู่ทำไมแชทมันหายไปนั่นนะ
I heard you and Mr. Dan Hung went to.
ปึ๊บ
I was so worried
โอ
about
เคได้ละเดี๋ยว
you both made it
เรา
out
พิมพ์มาสักคำใช่ไหมผมว่าน่าจะหมดปัญหาแล้วนะเพราะว่าไปจัดแช็คมาใหม่อย่างนั้นน่ะ
Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the ringmaster.
ซึ่งใครสนใจจะลง ID พังก็ลงได้เลยนะครับ
The security of the Luofu is more
ไม่มีปัญหา
important to me than anything
ขอให้คุณ
else.
ไม่ผ่านเอ็นเกมก็นั่นแหละลงได้เลย
Duties as a Cloud Knight lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me.
ขึ้นไหมเดี๋ยวไม่ขึ้นเอาเทสตัวเองก่อนดีกว่า
The real challenge
Yes.
lies beyond the ring on
Yeah.
the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc.
ขึ้นนะแล้วของในนี่เทสขึ้นไหมนบโอเคถ้าเป็นของ YouTube ไม่ขึ้นนะเดี๋ยวขอเวลาสักครู่นะ
There's someone behind the scenes
ว่าย
orchestrating
ว่าย
this
ว่าย
massive
ว่าย
breach,
ทำไมยูไม่ขึ้น
intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what
อย่ามาทำตัวหน้า
honor will be left for us to uphold?
ในเรื่องก็ต้องอ่านไม่ตายเลยหยุดท็อปปี้ร้อยเทสอีกรอบนั่นเทสหน่อยสิไม่ขึ้นวะ ใช่อะไรกันไม่รู้เหมือนกันเลยว่ายแมนว่ายไม่ขึ้นแบบไม่ขึ้นจริงๆจังๆเลย what the อะไรไม่รู้อยู่ดีก็เปิดมาก็เจอเรื่องเลยไม่เอ้ยแล้วเอ้ยได้แล้ว คุณไวลองดิลองเอ๊ะแอสกูดล่ะได้แล้วอ่ะเล่นต่อได้อย่างสบายใจละ
But your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the
เฮ้ย
face
ขอบ
of
คุณที่กดไลค์ให้กันนะครับน่ารัก
disaster.
กัน
You
มาก
truly are the
ๆ
Merlin
เฮ้ย
Please finish
ก็
the food
ลงได้นะ
so we can
ไม่ติดปัญหาว่าใครจะลงลงได้เต็มที่เลย
Well, that's not up to me.
ก็แค่ไปผ่านอินเกมอะเอาตอนเนี้ย
I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty
โดน
stomach.
เจบดแล้วเด็กไม่ยอมไปครับ
Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hulei's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most
รู้จัก
impatient
ยาโยกไหมเพลงของพี่แกดีไหมใช่น่ะ
Can't argue.
ถ้าศิลปินญี่ปุ่นผมไม่รู้จักหรอกนะ
So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borison were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient.
ญี่ปุ่น
Biding their
ที่ไหน
time
อะ
to seize
ยาโย
opportunities for a decisive blow.
ก็พิมพ์มาอย่างนั้นก็นึกว่าของญี่ปุ่น
Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself,
ไม่รู้ขอดูแป๊บ
one will strike.
ยาโย
But when will that time
ไม่
come?
จาโย
Like I said, it's only one meal.
โอ้ไม่รู้จักเลยนับแล้วผมก็ไม่คิดว่าผมจะมีเพลงที่น่าจะเคยได้ยินเลยไม่นะ
General Hua Yan,
You-
the Skyfaring Commission has finished its
มา
preparations.
เดี๋ยวผมเปิด
Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Lawfu.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Don Hung are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, though. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Huaiyan. I'm more concerned about the wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest.
เสียงเกมเบาไปหรือเปล่า
Hula's
นะ
whereabouts unknown. Everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa.
จะเบาไปเดี๋ยวผมเปิดเสียงให้
I
ดีกว่า
heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong,
ไม่เริ่มแปลกๆนะไม่แปลกๆแล้วเหรอรีบ
What do
จัง
you think we should do?
well, I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for
แป
the
ลก
wardens,
ๆปิดหลายๆอย่างให้มันอากาศร้อนนิดหน่อย
to
แค่นี้
announce
แปล
an
ก
indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Lawfu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might
ๆ
ensue.
มีตลอดเลย
The second
อากาศร้อนเฉยๆคนจะวุ่นวายทุกอย่างทุกงานทุกเรื่องไปหมด
You've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly
ได้
suspended.
ได้ไปผมนั่นแหละต้องปิดทุกอย่างให้เรียบร้อยไง
But of course, not
ให้ประเทศการเราได้น้อยก่อนจะไม่ไหวกันประเทศนี้ไม่รู้เหมือนกัน
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hule's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Lawfu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Lawfu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the 2 of you here. Of course, I'll do my part, but
ให้มันแก้วโลไม่ได้เหรอ
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yan Qing's place as the ringmaster?
ตายแน่
not
ขึ้น
all
มา
right,
เรียน
Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Lawfu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Lawfu a laughingstock.
อะไรกับคุณไม่เป็นที่เลยนะ
The nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
เฮ้ยจะได้เป็นหลิงชาด้วยใช่ไหมที่เขาบอกว่าได้ลองตัวหลิงชาก่อนนะ6 ชั่วโมงก่อนพิธีดูจุด
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I grasp the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
จะกลัวอะไรกันมีหลายคนเลยนะ
Face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Law Fu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
ใครที่เข้ามาแล้วนะครับแล้วก็ไม่ได้สนใจในเรื่องและจะลงชื่อก็คือลงได้เลยนะเดี๋ยวจบเดี๋ยวเรียกผมจะจัดให้นะ
This hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Law Fu.
เรื่องไม่นานหรอก
Backing
Ding
them
cho bạn.
will only encourage them to
ขอบคุณ
follow
ที่
their
กดไลค์ครับ
The Ten Lords
ลงชื่อได้เลยนะ
Commission
สำหรับคนที่
everything.
ไลค์ตัวเองผ่านยากๆเลยงานลงได้หมดเลยบอกกับใครหมดเลยว่าคนที่จบเป็นเกมคนที่เพิ่ง
both of you to
อ่าน
accompany me
เว็
on
บ
this
6 มา
challenge.
กับคนที่เริ่มต้นลงได้หมด
It's part of my
อยู่บนหัว
responsibility
นะ
as the
ปักหมด
culture
ไว้ให้แล้ว
master.
แล้วก็มีได้ดิใต้คอมเมนต์ด้วยที่เราใต้คอมเมนต์เรื่องอะไรใต้นะdescription ได้ description ด้วย
Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence. According to Lieutenant Yenching,
เจอผมไปลงทุนด้วยเนี่ย
stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them,
ปัญหาไหนครับพอดี
they were actually Borison
แล้วได้ปัญหาลิลิช่วงไหน
is
ครับ
one of the bodies.
นะครับแบบ
Looking at him now,
ได้ลิลิพวกอะไรมาใช้ก็ใช้ไปก่อน
he transformed
แต่เรา
into
ผมไม่แน่ใจนะช่วงประมาณช่วง30-40อย่างเงี้ยใช้ไปฟาร์มโลก6
complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how
Oh.
these Borison were able to disguise themselves as
เจลผมฟังไม่รู้เรื่องเหรอ
Simply
Eh.
put, Foxians and Borison share a common ancestry. Although they look completely
ไม่
different
พูด
now,
ไม่พูดอะไรเหรอครับ ก็พูดถึงการตรวจ ID ครับ
Borison allows
ได้ยิน
Borison
เสียงผม
to
ปกติปะ
change their
หรือไม่
shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
ไม่โคตรดีอย่างนั้นนะฮะอ๋อโอเคแก้แล้วว่าทำไมโอเคได้เดี๋ยวผมแก้ให้อ่ะขอบคุณจริงๆแล้วมันไม่ได้เป็นปัญหาที่ตัวมันขนาดนั้นหรอกคุณแต่มันเป็นปัญหาที่ตัวตัดเสียงรบกวนต่างหากอ่ะเดี๋ยวตัดแค่นั้นแหละก็น่าจะบอกกันนะว่าเสียงมันเป็นหุ่นยนต์
Borson have a steady supply of the medicine within the law food.
บอกจะได้นั่งแก้
The disciples of
พอดีเกมนี้มันค่อนข้างจะกินสเปคสำหรับเครื่องผมอะเนาะก็กินการ์ดจอเป็นปกติและนั่นแหละ
When I was sorting through the prescriptions,
ไม่ผมใช้การ์ดจอในการประมวลผลน่ะ
semblance reversion essence. It's designed to help those disciples
เกมมันใช้ในการประมวลผลตัดเสียงรบกวนก็เลยตุ้มเสียงไม่รู้เรื่อง
When I compared it to
แต่
the
โอเค
medicine found in the Borson,
They're one and the same.
โอเคคุณอะไรนะ
the medicinal properties and ingredients
just
are different,
ตะ
but the principle
จัสวันหรืออะไรโอเคขอถามนะครับพอดีช่วยเพิ่งคนตามหาลิลิกช่วงไหนก็รู้สึกว่าเวล30-40จะสามารถหาลิลิกทองได้นะครับแต่แค่หาไว้แบบว่าฟาร์มไว้เฉยๆไม่จำเป็นต้องจริงจังฟาร์มเอาออฟหลักแค่นั้นเองแค่โอเคพอเล่นได้ก็ไปต่อครับโอเคพี่ผมมีเรื่องอยากถาม
medicine to maintain their disguise.
มัช
Following this lead in our investigation seems
มัชจินภาพผมขาด
Follow me.
มัชจินภาพผมขาดอีก2อันจากอี6ผมไม่รู้จะหาจากไหนที่การมัดผมขาดเดียวมันตัวรับคือผมไม่รู้หาโอเคมาได้
Proceed cautiously.
กิจกรรมเหรอครับไม่ใช่อันนี้ถูกไหมเดี๋ยวผมดูให้นะเฮ้ยไปที่ภาษาอิโดรอนไม่ใช่ผิดอันอยู่ไหนนะอ่ะคือคุณติดนะฮะวันนี้เล่นเนื้อเรื่องเหรอพี่ใช่ครับเล่นเนื้อเรื่องแป๊บหนึ่งเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวจะดูID ให้อยู่แต่ไม่รู้ใครลงหรือยังถ้ามีคนลงผมจะได้ดูถ้าไม่มีก็โอเคว่าเล่นเนื้อเรื่องไปเรื่อยๆโอเค
I kinda want a milk.
นี่
Let's go get one after training.
มันมีทั้งหมด5ตัวด้วยคุณนี่เลยคือผมไม่รู้คุณติดตัวไหนอ่ะแต่มันมีแค่นี้มีตัวมาร์ชเองแล้วก็มีหัวชิงช่วยนะเจียวชิวเดบบูฟแค่นั้นเองซึ่งแต่ละคนมันก็จะมาแต่ละระดับเลยมั้งลองไปตามหาดูครับไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกันนะว่าอยู่ตรงไหนอะไรยังไงก็แนะนำประมาณนี้ไม่จบของกลับไปในเรื่องต่อ5 ตัวผมขาด1 ตัวเล่นหมดแล้ว5 ตัวขาดตัวหนึ่งมาจากเดี๋ยวนะไม่ถ้าคุณเล่นหมดแล้วมันไม่มีขาดคุณเล่นหมดแล้วไม่มีควรขาดไม่ควรขาดเนี่ยมันคือแค่นี้เลยเกิดอะไรขึ้นล่ะครับไม่เกิดอะไรขึ้นนะครับก็แค่มาแนะนำเฉยๆก็มีแค่นี้ครับ5 ตัวจบแล้วถ้าถามว่าเกิดอะไรขึ้นก็ตอนนี้นะครับทางแชทผมได้อัปเดตแล้วอยู่ด้านซ้ายล่างก็คือตกแต่งให้มันดีขึ้นพร้อมกับตัวโดเนทมีเสียงแล้วนะใครอยากลองก็ลองได้แบบเสียงเป็นบอทพูดผมก็นึกว่ามันทำได้แค่ที่มีคุณขาดอะไรไปก็นี่ไงคุณเนี่ยไอ้ดูในบันทึกขาดใครมันมีแค่นี้เลยมันไม่ควรจะขาดเดี๋ยวนะกลับไปต่อ โอ้สวัสดีครับขึ้นซ้ายถึงด้วยได้ครับขึ้นด้านซ้ายแล้วก็ทำมาใช้เวลาทำตั้งไม่รู้ดิ1-2 ชั่วโมงตั้งแต่เช้าแล้วแล้วก็ลงชื่อได้นะครับสำหรับใครที่ยังไม่ผ่านเนาะมีใครลง ID พังยังไม่รู้ครับ
The attacker shattered
มา
his
เปิดดูก็ได้
bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hulai.
ก็ไม่มีนะ
May be so bold to
ไม่มีก็ไปกันต่อ
Is this Borson truly?
I have lived a bit
Oh.
longer,
เดี๋ยวกด
engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw.
โอ้ย
To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most
ลงได้นะครับเผื่อใครเข้ามาเพราะว่าอยากลงนะ
Hulai.
อยู่ด้านล่าง description แล้วก็อยู่ทางของแชทด้วยเลือกลงได้เลย
Strength.
อืม
Hulai united
แต่โปรดรู้ไว้นะว่าถ้าลงต้องอยู่ใน Discord เพราะว่าผมจะตามเข้ามา เรียกมาคุย โอเค
They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions.
อืม
Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a
Ah.
campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hulai appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupatoxin. Countless cloud knights
ดูไอดีพังลางดาวโดยเฉพาะเลยสินะ
face
ครับ
of
ผม
murder.
ใช่ครับ โดยเฉพาะเลย
They couldn't
แต่ก็ไม่เชิงไอดีพังหรอกก็คือดูให้เฉยๆว่าแบบว่าเพราะอะไรทำไมคุณถึงยังไม่ผ่าน MOC อะไรพวกเนี้ยแหละ
mobilize
ก็ไม่เชิงไอดีพังขนาดนั้น
The outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remain. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Lafu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Lafu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss
อ่า
Lingshaw.
โดนชกซะแล้วอ่ะ
Take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hulai was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me.
จิกกัดอ่ะ
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
กาติชานอย่านะแล้วทำไมถึงให้มายืมอย่างนี้เนี่ยอ้ายเรียบร้อย ไม่มีปัญหาเดี๋ยวนะขอถามหน่อยครับไอดีพังส่วนใหญ่เกิดจากการกดตัวและไม่ใช่การกดตัวละครสุ่มกาชาเล่นๆเกี่ยวไหมครับค่อนข้างเกี่ยวนะครับคือการกดกดเล่นๆไม่ใช่ปัญหาหรอกแต่คือกดมั่วมากกว่ากดโดยไม่มีการวางแผนว่าโอเคเราเอาตัวนี้ไปทำอะไรเราเอาตัวนี้ไปทำอะไรเล่นกับทีมนี้ไปรอดไหมอย่างนั้นถ้ากดมาแล้วมันดองคังเท่ากับนั่นแหละเป็นไอดีพังได้เลยแต่มันก็ไม่ใช่เกี่ยวสเปอร์ มันก็ไม่ได้เกี่ยวเสมอไปนะไอดีฟังอาจจะเกิดจากที่ว่าคุณไม่ได้เล่นเป็นเวลานานแล้วพอกลับมาเล่นปุ๊บอะคุณก็คือสมองแบงค์แบบอ้าวไปต่อไงอะก็ไม่ได้เล่นนานกลับมาก็คือลืมระบบอะไรหลายๆอย่างไปแล้วอะมันทำให้แบบเรียบร้อยหลายๆสาเหตุครับอย่าไปสินอะไรง่ายๆคุณกระป๋อง
Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borison. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
โอเคผมจะไม่สุ่ม4สุ่ม5เด็ดขาดแล้วก็ที่จริงก็ไม่ต้องขนาดนั้นหรอกคือต่อให้จะสุ่มว่าจริงๆอ่ะถ้าตั้งใจจะเล่นให้ได้อ่ะมันก็จะมีพวกตัวละคร4 ดาวที่เอามารองรับให้มันเล่นได้อยู่แต่ถ้าแบบว่าสุ่มแต่ตัวซับเลยอันนี้พังของจริงนะยากจริงถ้าต้องมานั่งแก้
dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borison are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borison attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No.
พอไม่ตัดเสียงทุกอย่างก็จะเข้าง่ายขึ้นน่าเศร้าจัดเสียงคลิกเสียงพิมพ์เสียงทุกอย่างจะเข้ามา
deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
บางอย่างแอบเคลื่อนไหวอยู่ในนั้นด้วยนะ
Watch out! This thing is still alive.
Stay alive. Stay alive. โอ้สภาพ
Even after suffering such severe attacks.
นิ่งเลยขอบคุณครับโอ้โห
ขออนุญาตฟังเสียงโดเนทหน่อยนะครับผม
เอาเลยครับเอาเลยครับโอ้โหโดเนททีเดียวนี่คือแบบนิ่งหมดเลยสภาพเครื่องผมตอนเนี้ยโคตรน่าสงสาร
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't honored?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes?
เฮ้ยซับที่7ขอบคุณครับผมต้องมานั่งเช็คหน่อยนะป่ะเกิดอะไรขึ้น
on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borison. And just like the Borison, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. Marshall believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borison...
Exactly. While Borison didn't see moon rage...
แค่อยากฟังเดี๋ยวนี้เองครับ ปกติแหละไม่ใช่หรอกพอดีมันไม่ค่อยมีใครโดเนทแล้วมั้งแล้วมันก็ เพื่อนก็คงไม่โหลดเป็นเรื่องปกติแหละ
to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borison
แชร์รายได้ทำคลิปได้นี่ก็คุณจะตายแล้วคุณ
break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hule is not only the warhead of the Borison, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Fu Lei and the La Fu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the La Fu.
ว่าแต่จะเพิ่มเสียง
As a warning to
เพิ่มเสียง
future
เกมไม่ได้เพิ่มสักทีโทษทีนะบอกไปไหม
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Fu Lei and the Xianzhou La Fu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou La Fu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will
โอ้
there
อ
be
นา
a
คตสดใส
positive future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth?
ว้าว
He would regain the memories of his past life.
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path.
โอ้
But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Ling Shaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
อยากเห็นอาจารย์เลยอ่ะอาจารย์แบบปืนอันนี้ได้เลยดังไปไหมเทสก่อนนะ ไม่ได้ดังใช่ไหมเดี๋ยวไม่น่าดังไปนะ ดีครับมาใหม่แล้วครับสวัสดีครับคุณวินเทียวินหรือว่าวินเทอร์น่าจะวินเทอร์แหละไม่ใช่วินเทียดีครับเวลคัมครับถ้าอยากลงคิวเกี่ยวกับ ID พังลงได้นะครับมีทั้งแชทแล้วก็ในใต้คำอธิบายเนาะ description ถ้ามาเพราะว่าเรื่องของ ID พังลงได้เลยแต่ตอนนี้ดูด้วยเรื่องไปก่อน
Don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used cloud hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using cloud hymn magic deepens my suspicion of the preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and Aiden who lays escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingshaw, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the preceptors are the true mastermind. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the preceptors.
An invitation?
The preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on Alafu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession.
ขอบคุณที่กดfollow ครับ
I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage.
ดีครับ
Hule was starving in the shackling
ขอบคุณที่กดติดตามนะครับในทวิชแต่ปัญหาคือผมไม่ได้มีจอเนาะเลยอาจจะไม่เห็นว่าในทวิชแชทอะไรขนาดนั้นเนาะขอโทษทีนะแต่ยังไงก็เวลคัมนะครับตัดไปตัดมาจังเลยแต่ละมุมมอง 4 ชั่วโมงก็เริ่มพิธีโดนยุด
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
จริงๆพี่แกไม่จำเป็นต้องเป็นหมอแล้วมั้ง
But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers. Cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of
จับเป็ด
blood
ลงหม้อทำหม่าล่าแซ่บๆอ่ะ
truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now.
ชีวิตคงน่าเศร้าน่าดูถ้ากลายเป็นพวกหมาป่าเนี่ยรับรสไม่ได้อ่ะต้องเว้นรสเค็มอ่ะ
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Lafu, right? Well, she did come back. But unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes
ตรวจสอบ
and
จริง
was
จัง
escorted to another Xianzhou.
รู้เยอะจริงๆอะไร
Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue?
เวลกิว่าแคลอรี่เดทังชอบเสียงพากย์เลย
know nothing about the Xianzhou. In fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky.
ฉันรู้ทั้งหมดนั่นแหละ
The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hulei.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live and who granted you civilization.
พระเจ้าที่ชาวโอ้ยใครไม่เรียกอิสระภาพล่ะพี่ไม่ใช่หมายถึงจะเป็นทาสอ่ะ
Promised by the Xianzhou people.
เป็นทาสเป็นอาหารนะครบรสเลยอ่ะ
But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
ยุยงเลย
Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue?
เอาวะ
The Borisin's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord Hulei? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing.
คนเซียนโจนี่เขาใช้ปากกันเก่งทุกคนเลยเนาะ
Very interesting. Tell me, Mock Talk, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief. She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
And she bested you, Mock Talk. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way.
And
her guidance brought us hope.
งั้นเธอคนนั้นคือใคร
Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it.
ยุยงให้จีให้เห็นเจตนา
lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here with us.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Law Fu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Rule.
ขอฆ่าทิ้งเธอ
I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive.
เยอะกินเนื้อแล้ว
Everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
จะโดนแซบแล้วหรือเปล่า
Chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the
ฝู
mercy
ง
of
ที่
the
อ่อนเอ
awful
สูญ
prophet.
ก็เสียศูนย์ละ
Become a mere puppet in her
เป็นรู้
clutches.
โอ้โห
Her plan is full of flaws.
ก็
The only
การหลบหนีและ
paths
ความ
she has
ตาย
prepared for you are escape
แล้วเนี่ย
and death.
พอพูดอย่างนี้ฮูเล่ดูฉลาดขึ้นมาเฉยเลย
A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it
โทษ
for
ขบ
yourself.
ขอโทษที่มือกระแทก
Go
โต๊ะ
to
นะครับ
the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub mock talk?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
ทำไมไม่ส่งลูกน้องไปล่ะ
Once in a lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away, Jiao Chou? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
อันนี้คืออะไรอ่ะแบบเกมโมเมนต์เหรอ what กลับมาข้างกายเจ้านายเสมอ what เอ้ยแปลก
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing?
What?
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. The Cloud Knights must have been... For now.
Okay. ไม่บังคับขอความช่วยเหลือส่งเข้าของภายนอกไม่เป็นอ่ะไปเพื่อเราไปดำเนินเรื่องต่อดีกว่าเพราะเขาไม่มีเควสอะไรเสริมใช่ไหม
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else. You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar
โอ้
scent.
ดีครับโอ้
The Warhead sent me here to check
โอ้
on
ชื่อ
the
คุณอ่าน
situation.
ค่อนข้างยากนะครับสำหรับผมกิตสดาหรือเปล่าครับเวลคัมครับเวลคัมยินดีต้อนรับครับ
Not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring
Welcome to
Division
Fight Club.
is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. This will make our ships more noticeable when we try to escape.
เดี๋ยวผมว่าต้องไปนั่งคิดแบบการเวลคัมคนดูแต่ละคนมาซะหน่อยละ
What is going on?
เวลคัมทูไฟท์ครับ
Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
ก็อย่าลืมนะครับว่าไฟล์กฎของไฟล์ขับนะครับข้อแรกคือเราไม่พูดถึงไฟล์ขับข้อ2คือคุณมาครั้งแรกคุณจะต้องโดนชกฉะนั้นคุณสามารถเอา ID ไปแปะอยู่ในช่องID พังได้เลยแต่ถ้า ID คุณเล่นได้ดีก็เอาไปลงในช่องของตรวจดูลิลิกได้โอเค
You are Borison.
แต่ถ้าคุณผ่านHonkai Star ถ้าคุณผ่านคอนเทนต์เอ็นเกมไม่ได้เอามาแปะในช่อง ID พังได้นึกอะไรวุ่นวายหมด
So that's how you managed to infiltrate the Xianzhou ship.
ผมเจอคลิปแก้ดีพังเลยแวะเข้ามาดูโอ้ถ้าคุณสนใจนะครับอยู่ข้างบนของช่องแชทปักหมุดอยู่เข้าไปกรอกแบบฟอร์มเพื่อใจผมดูไอดีพังได้ แต่ข้อแม้คือคุณต้องเข้า Discord แล้วก็ต้องพูดคุยกับผมนิดๆหน่อยๆเพราะผมต้องการไอดีคุณนะถ้าอยากให้ดูแต่ถ้าไม่เอาไปลงในของดูลิลิกจะดูแค่ UID แต่เป็นของวันศุกร์นะซึ่งวันศุกร์มีไลฟ์ของกาสตาเนลตัวแตก นั่นแหละครับอุ๊ยเป็นไหนต่อ
You're back, Jiao Chou.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said.
อะไรยันเดเล่เหรอ
The Cloud Knights closed.
ถ้าคุยกับคนอื่นเนี่ยคุยได้แค่กับฉันเท่านั้น
No.
What?
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to
ผมไม่
feast
ค่อย
on
ผ่าน
flesh
ช่อง
and blood.
42โอ้เอาไปลงได้เลยครับเพราะตอนนี้ไม่น่ามีคิวอะไรนะถ้าคุณมีปัญหาก็เดี๋ยวผมดูให้ครับแต่ขอจบในเรื่องนะ
I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones anytime. There's no escape from me.
หรือว่าถ้ามันนานไปผมอาจจะแบบว่าจอม
Of course.
หรือว่าคนเยอะขอดูแป๊บหน่อย
Your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember,
โอเควันนี้คนไม่มีใครแปะฉะนั้น
hostage in this city.
สบาย
If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me. which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer.
เฮ้ยแสดงความอ่อนแอเฮ้ยอะไรกันนี่
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
Oh.
You can torture me until I talk. Or
ถ้าใส่ฟิลเตอร์สีชมพูมันก็ในเรื่องมันก็จะแปลกๆหน่อยนะ
sometime. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long, or possess such regenerative abilities.
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yaoqing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hostage, but to others, I hold the secrets they desire. I still remember,
เฮ้ยมาแล้วภาพ
in
ส
the
วย
early years of my captivity, the Foxians
Oh.
came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline.
ๆจริงผมไม่มี3 เทพเลยผ่านยากโอ้
They failed to uncover the secret.
เฮ้ยเดี๋ยวผมต้องดูให้คุณซะหน่อยแล้ว
They resorted
เดี๋ยว
to
มัน
the
หา
most
ทางแก้ไขได้ครับ
brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Zhou? Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borison, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borison and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired, a heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon.
Oh.
Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borison warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart thus possessing it as their
เดือด
own.
ไปไหนอ่ะ
Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
ก็บอกไปเลยว่านายพลเก่งทุกอย่างจบ
I found you.
เฮ้ยโมเจอมาแล้วแล้วก็ตัดภาพเฮ้ยทำยังกับเป็นหนังบล็อกบัสเตอร์ตัดภาพไปมาโธ่4 ชั่วโมงก่อนเอา4 ชั่วโมงอีกแล้วกันเริ่มไปที่โดน
I
จุด
know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borison?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Zhao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borison? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borison. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borison that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Lawfu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Lawfu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borison and corner our prey.
ว้าวเอาโอเคขอผ่านหน่อยครับ
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had
โอ้
happened. If Yanqing hadn't scared them off, we would not have many clues. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borson wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at
ต้อง
Stargazer
มาจิตห้าจะ
now?
E6 เป็นลัดจิตใจก็
This
ดี
is
ครับ
a populated area, so don't you think
ได้มาแล้ว
there
อย่า
are
ลืมป้ายใน
two
คุ้มด้วยนะ
people here today?
เออ
First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
สักถามบุคคลน่าสงสัย
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lock?
Hey, chill out. They're just
But Stargazer Navalia...
Official documents?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we've received orders from the high.
นายน่ะ
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yen.
10 อันดับตัวละครที่เก่งนะแล้วก็สุดโหดในฮองไกอันดับที่ 1 โรบิน เอาถ้าตอนนี้อ่ะถ้าเราจริงใช่ตอนนี้รับได้ แต่มันต้องแบ่งสิคุณต้องแบ่งในหมวดซับถ้าซัพพอร์ตอะโรบินอันดับ 1 ได้ เพราะว่ารุ่นเหมยเอาไว้เล่นทีมเบสจะดีกว่าซึ่งพอเป็นอย่างนั้นปุ๊บโรบินก็เลยจะไปแทนได้หลายทีมมากกว่านิดนึงแต่ยังไง2ตัวนี้มันก็ดีเหมือนกันแหละคุณสับกันไป
I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
Lieutenant Yenxing and General Fei Xiao?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
เดี๋ยวตัวดาเมจตัวอะไรพี่โรบินตัวเดียวหมายถึงขาดโรบินตัวเดียวเหรอ
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
I think he's genuinely here to investigate the star skiffs, as he claimed. In my opinion, the staff members from the Skyfaring Commission are the most suspicious.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Oh.
Why are you still here? As I said,
พี่ครับ
Stargazer
เมื่อคืน
Navalia is on
ที่ผม
lockdown.
ตัวนี้ชื่ออะไรนะตัวนั้นตู้หลิงชาครับหลิงชาน่ะ
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me.
Tell me.
How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
โอ้ยโหลดอะแทกนานจังเลยโอเคแล้วก็ปล่อยออโต้
Watch your head.
Stars Echo.
Knows not fear.
Forever.
Triumphant. Victory is
ผมจัดทีมหลินชา MC คุณภาพนะหลินชา MC คุณภาพถ้าถึงร่างแรกกับมัดคุณภาพพี่คิดว่าไงค่อนข้างไม่รอดนะครับค่อนข้างไม่เวิร์กคือถ้าอยากให้มันเวิร์กอ่ะขอแค่อย่างเดียวคือเปลี่ยนตัวของMC ให้เป็นตัวซับอื่นๆจะดีกว่าเนาะเพราะ MC จิตภาพเอาไม่รอดเอาไม่รอดก็ถ้าเป็นไปได้ก็เอาโรบินมานะครับหรืออาจจะเป็นไปในส่วนของเพล่าจะดูดีกว่า MC เนาะถ้าไม่เล่นทีมเบรก
Fine. Try whatever you want. But I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly,
ก็ผมบอกไปแล้วไงเอาเพล่ามาแทนได้ถ้ามีนะไว้กระติงหยุนก็2ตัวนั่นแหละที่เอามาแล้วคุ้ม
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
หรือถ้ายังอยากเล่น MC จินภาพอยู่คุณจะต้องเปลี่ยนตัวตัวของด้านเหินเปลี่ยนตัวด้านเหินให้เป็นตัวอื่นที่เล่นเบรกได้ดีกว่าด้านเหินนะครับ
I know the methods of these abominations all too well.
ก็
They always leave an escape route for their prey.
มีหน้าเล่นได้เล่นเบรกได้ก็เอามาใช้ได้อยู่แต่สุดท้ายยังไงคุณก็ขาดตัวของรวนเหมยอยู่ดีถ้าไม่มีมันก็เล่นเบรกยากกันนะ
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a boar slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them. Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borison roam, known as the Fallen Territories by the people of the Yaoqing. To the Wolf Masters, Foxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yaoqing. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Walza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
เพล่านี่หน้าตายังไงผมลืมผมฟ้าใส่แว่นนะครับง่ายๆแค่นั้นแหละ
What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
Please, save me.
I want to live. Doctor.
Xiao Xiao, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot.
ทำไมถึงเสียงทำไมถึงเป็นเสียงมีนา
I see. How is the front line?
The Borisin beast chips have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as
ไอ้
well.
ผมไม่มีแต่ลองพิมพ์ไว้ก่อนดีกว่า
What about General
ไม่มีเหรอครับเนี่ยเพล่า
Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Oh, her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Xiao Xiao?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Jiao Chou?
Holy jeez.
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisin bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borisin bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisin.
Holy.
Moon rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borisin, to have their bodies torn apart by moon rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. With the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule, do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws. amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs. And under the luck's arrow of rainbow, like a useless idiot.
โอเคครับคุณโยโย่ฝันดีครับนอนหลับฝันดีโชคดีนะพรุ่งนี้ครับและนี่น่าจะอยู่อีกยาวนาน
Back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living.
เรื่องตู้หน้าพี่ว่าจะเป็นตัวอะไรมาเหรอผมว่าเวนเจลินผมชัวร์แค่นี้คือเวนเจลินยังไงก็ต้องมาไม่น่าผลแต่ตัวอื่นไม่รู้แบบไม่รู้เลยก็ถ้าให้เดาจริงๆผมอยากให้ดีมาเป็นตัวของเจ้ายนต์กับอาจจะเป็นการ์เกอร์ไม่รู้เหมือนกันก็ต้องรอดูในตอนวันศุกร์เดี๋ยวก็ได้รู้กัน
And a fully cured Feishao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death,
ตู้หน้าผมข้ามหรือสุ่มดีตอนนี้มีแค่ 2,000 ฟาร์มนักเกินตอบไม่ได้ครับว่าตู้หน้ามันหน้าข้ามหรืออะไรนะแต่ถ้าแบบโดยปกติแล้วตู้หน้ามันไม่ค่อยน่าสนใจเท่าไหร่แต่ป้าคือตัวเก่งแหละแต่เป็นเล่นเบรกนั่นถ้าใครไม่มีรวนเหมยอย่างเงี้ยหน้าข้าม
In the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the sky splitter. The ship
เดี๋ยวผมขอนั่งทำกิจกรรมโอเคครับบ๊ายบายครับเดี๋ยวค่อยกลับมาก็ได้ครับไม่มีปัญหาก็เล่นกิจกรรมให้สนุกครับ
Down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin packs, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar trying to use Duran's offspring. Mock talk. Let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Oh. กัดและกายร่างซะด้วยอ่ะ
Mock talk. We're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
ได้กลิ่นด้วยอ่ะโอ้
Chow Chow.
Moja. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time.
เฮ้ยขอบคุณที่กดไลค์ให้ครับ
Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xiangzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the wolf's greed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory.
ตัดภาพอีกอะโอ้ยเจ้าดีพี่โดนหยุดกำลังเริ่มต้นขึ้นนะ
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this
จะขออนุญาตหยุดสักครู่นะครับ
I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
โ
could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing here?
Look around you. Do you remember anything?
Memories of falling from the sky into Tychean Stadium have come flooding back to me. We came to compete, didn't we?
Great. You finally gotten your memory back. And I can put down old metal. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a lawful swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yenqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Luofu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence?
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
There's so much pressure. Oh, my stomach is really hurting. Maybe I should just drop out of the contest.
You made a promise to my grandfather and now you want to run away? Get out there, now!
Master Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yun Li, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yenqing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
March 7th, a young beauty from the Astral Express.
All right, when people ask you, you might as well tell them this loud and clear.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive, given the imminent danger you face. Miss Yun Li's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss March 7th. Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is just up ahead.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So, this is the contestant hall.
Oh, there are so many people!
March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that?
waving around such a giant weapon. Master Yun Li favors using overwhelming force over strategy. You're not wrong. My battle style has always been simple and
โทษทีครับโทษที
and it's over.
ปิดไมค์แล้วลืมกดเปิดดีครับคุณสกายล่าแล้วก็มีใครตรวจดิกยังก็มีแล้วครับเป็นคุณแม็กที่เข้ามาใหม่ใน Discord นะประมาณนั้นแหละ
is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to drag the battle out.
Why would you tell me your weakness?
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants hall to practice.
โอ้เขาชอบแบบนี้เลยรู้เขารู้เราเลยมีทุกที่จริง
your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles.
Know myself and know the enemy. Let's see. Who should I ask first?
เฮ้ยขอบคุณที่กดไลค์ให้นะครับคนที่9อยู่ไม่รู้ว่าใครก็เถอะนะโอ้ไลฟ์แพดมาช่วงก่อนอัปเดตกี่วันครับเพิ่งเล่นได้กะเวลาถูกมาวันศุกร์ครับผมเดี๋ยวนะถ้าหมายถึงมาช่วงไหนใช่ไหมก่อนอัปเดตดูอันนี้ก่อนวันนี้วันพุธเนาะโอเค10 วันครับ10 วันก่อนที่จะอัปเดตครับผมเดี๋ยวผมไม่อยากให้
I am not used to wearing clothes like this.
into real time.
Oh, you're Mark. That's right. As you can see, I see this.
คุณได้แรงบันดาลใจชื่อมาจากไหนแล้วนะ
First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yanqing is not appearing in today's war dance. This is just gossip from unreliable sources.
Thank you หลายครับโอ้ยินดีได้ช่วยครับแต่ตอบคำถามผมก่อน into real time คุณได้ชื่อนี้มาจากไหนเอ่ย
Is this true? If that's the case, could you please tell me how these serious injuries came about?
ผมไม่ได้คำตอบเลยว่าคุณหนีไปแล้ว
You mean a star?
น่าจะเป็นอย่างที่2ด้วย
Well, how terrible! Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular? May I ask who that might be?
ก็ต้องเป็นดูฉางเลย
Su Shang? Who is that? I feel like that's a name I've seen a lot online recently. Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much
ทำไม
appreciated.
ไม่มีกุ้ยไหนเฟิงให้ตอบไม่ได้ตอบก็จะหนูกุ้ยเฮ้ยนายดูเป็นตัวตึงนะดาบคู่กันเหรอ
The great Lieutenant Yanqing I've heard so much about, and finally crossed blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that?
ใช่เขาหายไปแล้วเขาไม่ตอบคำถามผมด้วยน่าเศร้าจัด
This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yaoqing. This last-minute replacement, March 7th. Who exactly is she?
ยืนหัวโดยอย่างเงี้ย
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay for half a month.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned cloud knight.
ฝึกวิชาดาบมากกว่า200 ปี200 ปีกับวิชาดาบ
Underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
ไม่มีเกมเล่นนะโอ้ยคุณไม่ลองหานะโฮงไกไงสตาร์เรลเนี่ยเล่นดีปั่นไปเสร็จสักตัวเล่นสิ
Was there
something you wanted to ask me?
คุณมีจุดอ่อนอะไรบ้าง
If I had to think of a weakness, whenever I open my mouth,
เชื่อสามารถทำงานให้กดได้
I make things awkward. Does that count as a weakness?
สุดยอดเลยมีจุดอ่อนเหมือนกันเลยคุณ
I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Lee. I'm actually not a contestant. I'm just here as a security guard.
โอ้ยนึกว่าเข้าแข่งขัน
Oh, it's all right. I can't bear to watch other people make things awkward, so I always try to keep the conversation going. But then I'm the one who ends up making things awkward. I've gotten used to it by now, so don't worry.
ต้องการเกมที่เร้าใจ
There are still many guests arriving here.
เอางี้ไหม
Please be cautious.
เล่นเกมเฮนไทเปิดเสียงสุดกลางบ้านแล้วใจพอไหม
Dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Me? I'm looking at these contestants. I suddenly feel a lot calmer for some reason. I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy. I don't feel as nervous as I did before.
So, do you want to go out and see the ring? Very well. Go and get your intel.
หายไปเลยคำตอบเฮ้ยไม่น่าประทับใจอะไรนั่นเชียวเล่าใจจะตายอ่ะไม่ลองดูคุณแบบเล่นไปใจเต้นไปอ่ะ
If we walk through here, we'll be able to see the vortex.
เดี๋ยวนะอันนี้มันมีกล่องให้เก็บไหมเอ้ยมีนี่นะ
Dance's official venue.
Wow, so this is what it's like.
เฮ้ยเห็นใจเล่นอยู่แล้วคำถามคือเปิดเสียงสุดหรือเปล่ากลางบ้านด้วย
That's the ring we'll be standing on.
Master Yun Lee, I'm getting nervous again. Can I really do this?
เดี๋ยวคนเราใจเอาไว้เราใจตรงไหนอ่ะ
Now, it's almost time.
Almost time for what?
ฟง
As I think about the mission General Huayan gave me, my heart starts racing like
ฟง
crazy. What do I do, Master Yun Lee?
It's when it stops beating that we need to worry. Just take in the atmosphere and prepare yourself. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship. This
เปิด
was
ทำไมอายเขา
part
อ่ะ
of Grandpa's orders.
โอ้ยก็เร้าใจไงคุณ
Wonder
โอ้
how
โห
Master Yanqing is doing over there.
Hey,
เอ้ย
focus.
ตัดอีกละอุ้ย
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
ว่ะ
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
ผู้หญิงอะไรล่อหรอ
You two, follow me.
เล่น Minecraft มาโอ้ยคำถามคือ Minecraft เซิร์ฟอะไรแมปอะไร
What's a
และมอดอะไร
but we lost contact just a moment ago.
หรือว่า Minecraft ธรรมดา Minecraft ธรรมดาไม่เร้าใจนะ
Could that mean
โอ้ยโดนกระทืบมาเหรอพี่
All of you,
ไว้พ้น
out of my way.
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here as...
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this
เอาว่ะ
time.
โดนลุม
Well, Lord Hule ordered us to remain here just to see if you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to
แปลงร่างเฮนชินเบสบอลเล่นกันติงแตกโอ้
Hunting is
เล่นบอลกันเหรอ
not a game. It is a battle of life.
ทำไมครับมินิเกมผมไม่สนใจหรอกนะคุณ
Are you ready for your death, abomination?
Save your breath.
The fear that knows not fear.
Watch your head.
เบาจังเลยนี่นายพลชั้นจริงหรือเปล่า หรือว่านายพลแถมนะไม่ใช่นายพลแถมนายพลทดลองใช่ไหมเนี่ยเบาจริง
Wowza, are you okay?
I
โมอุสะ
wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hule was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? The one-on-one duel? Or with a hostage exchange, maybe?
ไม่เอามอส
Hule is planning on
โน
attacking
มอ
the
มอสอะ
Borisin
โอ้ยทำไมไม่เอา
streets
ม
of
อส
the
อะมอส
Xianzhou
สนุกจะ
Lawfu.
ตาย
What did you
เอ
just
อ
say?
แต่ละอันน้องจะเด็ด
Impossible. Even if there is still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out, Hule can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on simultaneously attacking the streets of the Xianzhou Lawfu?
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hule's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen him convert a Foxy into a Borisin wolf trooper with my own eyes. This is Hule's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his minions and is planning to spread it across the Lawfu and stir up panic.
He wants to encircle us in one fell swoop. This beast is truly unpredictable.
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic ban and order all Foxians to remain indoors until further notice.
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they have already begun to take
เจน
action.
นี่มอสไหมอ่ะเราใจมอสอะไรน่ะ
If Hule succeeds in getting this panic to spread,
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking
อ๋อ
the same
โอ
way
เค
as
ไอ
the
ซี
attack, not just mindlessly chasing after
อยากงั้นเหรอ
What Hule wants
จากเกมเรียนออกมานะ
everyone on the Lawfu descend into panic.
โอ้
He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Lawfu for signs of an attack until we exhaust ourselves. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around.
ผมไม่อยากคิดเท่าไหร่นะพอจบเนื้อเรื่องแล้วผมต้องอะไรนะ
The way I see it,
ทักหาคนที่ลงชื่อ
nothing more than mystery.
เราจะอยู่ถึงหรือเปล่าแค่นั้นเอง
No matter what Hule does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Lawfu.
ถ้าไลน์นี้ยาวยันสักแบบว่าเที่ยงคืนผมว่าอาจจะขอทบยอดไปสักวันศุกร์อะไรเงี้ยน่าจะ
Only
ขอ
ship
ทบ
he'd be
ยอด
able to see is the Sky Splitter.
แต่ถ้าไม่ก็จะดูให้วันนี้เลย
That ship is full of countless
เพิ่มกำลังใจ
hostages. That would be the best
โอ้ย
place for him to go. So,
ผมไม่รู้เลยนะว่าไอ้เจนนี่นี่จะเป็นอะไรยังไง แต่ถ้าแบบว่า
Wrong about this. If he goes
ใน
somewhere
การหา
else,
เพชรอะผมว่าหาสบายมากเลยนะ
he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere with wolf blood. What do we do then? Are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
this is
มั
another
นก็มี
lesson
อัน
that
นี้
you
ด้วย
must learn outside
รู้สึกว่า
weighing your options and making a
Discord
decision. There are always questions
ของ
that
ผม
we'll ask
น่าจะอันนี้นะ
ourselves, but never be able to answer. Before making a decision, we must destroy any
เล่น
hesitation.
Minecraft มอดผีเมื่อสัปดาห์ที่แล้วปะ
We must
เออ
fight off any
อันนี้ประมาณนั้นไม่ก็
There is a chance that
ไม่ก็อะไรประมาณนั้นแหละ
allow our
งั้น
allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict our enemies' movements correctly, yet underestimate their strength and be overwhelmed in battle. But being lost in
ไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกัน
and failing to take any action
แต่ก็อยากเล่นนะไอ้ Minecraft มอดผีน่าสนใจอยู่
taking the wrong path. We must
เดี๋ยวต้องลองไปถามดูหน่อยว่ามัน
no matter what.
มันเป็นยังไงซิแล้วก็ไปนั่งเล่นคนเดียว
Listen
ให้ดู
I will
เพื่อจะเร้าใจซะหน่อย
personally Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible attacks. I will do my best to ensure that things are safe on the ground. Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the ambrosial arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildza to go in search of Jiao Cho.
เชื่อมือฉันได้เลย
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament, so now it is only right that I return to the Sky Splitter.
If Hulei does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing, I need you to hold him there until I am able to arrive.
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter, I, Yanqing, swear on the blade in my hands that he shall not escape.
แม่เอาวะเฮ้ยหายไว้ยังไง
Knights, the Borson have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory.
เล่นเกมผีดีกว่าไหม
A bloodbath along the
ไม่รู้เหมือนกันว่าเล่นเกมผีมันจะ
The unarmed civilians of
มันจะน่าดูไหมผมไม่ใช่คนที่ตกใจแบบว่าตกใจผีขนาดนั้นนะไม่ได้กลัวผีแต่แบบถ้ามันจำสแกร์มาก็คงสะดุ้งเฉยๆ
Will we allow the Borson to succeed with their plan?
คุณก็จะได้เห็นแบบว่าไลท์ที่คนไลท์วิ่งเข้าใส่จำสแกร์อย่างนั้นนะ
On your guard. Calling Starskiff Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borson attacks.
Fei Shao, the ports of Starskiff Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back. I will be there immediately.
จะไปเดี๋ยวนี้เลยเหรอคัดซีนไหมครับคัดซีนไหมคัดซีนไหมขอคัดซีนมีคนเข้าดีมาใหม่ทั้งสองคนลองอยากให้ลองเหรอลองเล่นเกมผีนะโอ้ยโอ้ยคัดซีนหูหมาบูเอ้ยเดี๋ยวนี้จริงด้วยเฮ็ดก็เท่โอเคมาขายสกิลตรงนี้ใช่ไหม
Fighting side by side once again. It's been a while since I've let loose. Let's get this started.
Remember, you are still on the lawful. Try not to go too.
เท่เกินเอาว่ะแตกหมดJesus จึงเกินนายพล
We have cleared out the enemies in Starskiff Haven.
But it seems that there are fierce
ไม่อ้อนอยู่กง
battles
หน่อย
being
เลย
waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a Starskiff.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hulei has created. I know Jiao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end.
เฮ้ยเอาว่ะ
Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow.
เอาวะเนี่ยราชการน่ะขั้นสอนของหลานน่ะโอ้โห
What's that? Everyone, out of the way!
คนถอยด่วนไปเรียนต่อชั่วโมงอะโอ้ยเอาเลยครับคุณโอ้เท่เกินโอ้จะได้เนี่ยผมอยากให้แบบว่าทำแอนิเมชันทีดียาวๆแบบยาวๆไปเลยอะก็เข้าใจแหละแอนิเมชันมันใช้เวลานานแต่ก็อยากเห็นนะ
What a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this.
เอาบ่นเฉยเลย
She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hule and Zhao Chou's whereabouts.
โอ้ย
He has to be.
นายพลเก่งเกินเลยคนติดตามไม่ประทับใจ
Myself is nothing more than an insignificant shadow who stands by the general's side. But Zhao Chou is different. Without his careful treatment, the general wouldn't even be here today. Hopefully, he can use that silver tongue of his to buy himself enough time. Take a good look around. If you can find one or two Borisin that aren't dead yet, let me know. I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the information we need.
โอ้ยเดือดจังคุณพี่ดูไปไหนอะ
What a terrifying
เอ้า
attack.
เจอคนนี้ซะด้วย
That such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Foxian war slave. So decisive. So brutal. She is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have fallen to our current state. No wonder the warhead has his eyes on her.
I remember you, Mock Talk. You are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown yourself saves us some time. It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me.
แล้วทำแอนิเมชันให้มันเท้าสะเอวเหรอ
Zhao Chou.
Save your energy, Yaoqing monkey.
เหยาชิง
There is
มัง
one
กี้
principle that we beasts know well.
มังกี้
It is that we might have to break off an arm to break free from a cage. Today, I will be that arm. I lived as a hunter for many years, yet I have only followed the warhead for this recent, brief period. However, his existence has brought light back to our once blind eyes, like the moon of Verdantia. He has shown me the way. The descendants of Duran have abandoned.
Show me the way.
In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the shadows and fed on one another. We were no longer wolves. We were no more than rats, living a dirty and pathetic life.
ฟังดูน่าเศร้านะแต่คือแบบว่าด้วยความที่มันเป็นตัวร้ายอ่ะมันก็ไม่น่าจะแฮปปี้เท่าไหร่คือถ้าพี่แกแบบว่ายอมอยู่ดีๆไม่กินเนื้อแล้วก็ไม่รู้ดิกินเจไม่ยอมกินเนื้อมนุษย์หมาป่าใช้ชีวิตดีๆก็ไม่มีปัญหาแล้วมั้งแต่มันไม่ใช่อย่างนั้นไงเฮ้ย
How honorable, you mangy dog.
หัวล้อ
You seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel. Let's see how tough you are once we've put you down.
ไปตึบมัน ปับ โคตรขัดฟิว
No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borisin.
It seems that Moktok got what he wished for.
Hule, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Xiao will catch you and send you to the same fate as Moktok.
Your tongue is sharper than your claws. Don't stand in my way, child.
คือเป็นการชมแนวภาษาจีนนะแล้วก็อ้อมค้อมนิดหน่อยสุดท้ายมันก็เป็นการบอกว่าให้มึงมันปากเจ๋วดีว่ะแค่นี้ What
Stand down, Monza. I am here, Hule. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, I have heard many interesting things about you from both my men and your healer. The people of the Xiongzhou must be quite brave to allow a foxy and war slave with Borisin blood to ascend to the position of general. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince everyone to keep their lips sealed?
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hule, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also the cunning blood of a fox. When you think about it, this was a gift from the Borisin. Anything that we gift, we are also free to reclaim. The Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a final invitation to you. I will be waiting for you on the Sky Splitter. Before you arrive, I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dim for over 700 years to once more come to life. I will illuminate this ship with the sheen of blood and show everyone just how weak and powerless the Xiangzhou is. Then I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared and begin my journey home This ship shall be the flagship for the Borisin resurgence. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance to stop me or die at my hands. This is the path that I have prepared for you.
I accept your challenge, Hule. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter, you stepped onto your path to ruin.
ภาวะไปเลยป่าได้ควบคุมโดยเทพดาราลานตัดภาพไปมุมมองหยุนลี่ซะด้วยแผ่นนี้มันใช้ไอ้ระบบนี้มันได้คุ้มค่าจริงๆตั้งแต่เพนดากอนี่เนี่ยให้อยู่นั่นแหละตัดภาพไปตัดภาพไป
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter.
That's easy for my grandfather to say. But this mission doesn't seem so simple anymore. The first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder how Yanqing and the others are doing. According to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the Sky Splitter and see if they've discovered anything. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts.
ไม่ต้องถามไทยหรอก
March is in the contestants' lounge right now. I wonder how her preparations are coming along.
โอ้มีของนี่อ่ะอีกรอบหนึ่งโอเคฮะเรียบร้อย easy เกียร์ที่มันช้าเนี่ยไหนของไอเรือเนี่ยเอ้ยดัมบี้วิ่งทะลุเนื้อไม่คายคำสัญญาของเราไปไหน
Still a nervous wreck. You still seem nervous.
I wasn't this nervous before. It's just
เพราะว่าคนเดียวนานๆเริ่มคิดมาก
March, calm down.
กังวลอะไรนักหนาน่ะ
Don't worry about your mission. You have me here too, right? I know my grandfather said that you must represent the Luofu as the ringmaster.
ตัวแทนรูปกัน
Ask yourself.You are a nameless of the Astral Express. You have always been free to come and go as you please.
Why? For us nameless.
Good answer. March,
Thank you.
According to Grandpa's plan,
โอเคกลับไปลุยกันต่อ
Is that you, Miss Yunling? If there's anything that I can help you with, please let me know. The Cloud Knights are all in position.Following General Huayan's orders.
Very good. Although, there is one thing I want to confirm with you.
Your timing is perfect, Miss Yunli. We actually just received an emergency boarding request.
An emergency boarding request?
It wasn't on the Sky Splitter Starskiff registry, but all the documentation checked out.Who
would be boarding the ship at this time? Where are they? I'll go check it out.
The Starskiff is using the contestant docking bay. Would you like me to lead the way?
นำบริการท่านเอา
You have your own
มัน
duties to take care of.
โถ่ก็นึกว่าจะไปกับทหาร
By myself.
ไปคนเดียวก็พอ
Check on this immediately.
ไป
Routine inspection. All passengers, please prepare for an inspection.
So this is the suspicious star skiff. Where did the passengers go?
I'm going to count down from 10. If you do not come out, I will destroy the ship.
โยโย่
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Time is running out.
ก็อยู่นี่โกงเวลา
2, 1.
Wait a second! It's me!
เฮ้ย
It's just a routine inspection. You weren't actually going to blow up the ship, were you?
What?
Is that also some kind of Zhuming custom? Wait! Even though the Borisin can disguise themselves, they can't turn into someone as short as me. Put your sword away.
Didn't little Yenjing claim he was going to give up being the ringmaster and go on the hunt instead?
Help shoulder the general's burdens?
เฮ้ยแฟนโกรธแล้ว
Borisin on the ground suddenly launched an attack. General Fei Xiao was concerned that this was all a diversion by Hulei, so I requested to come to the Sky Splitter and provide support.
Can't believe you ended up back here on the Sky Splitter.
เสียงหายเสียงหาย
Following Grandpa's plan, our disciple March is taking your place as ringmaster. Aren't you proud of her?
When I first heard the news, I was definitely proud, but also a little concerned.
More manpower is always a good thing, since the Sky Splitter is so large. Oh, and by the way, you should know that.
Yo, what?
What's happening?
เอาว่ะมีเรื่องกันเกิดขึ้นแล้วอย่างนั้นเหรอ
Does it feel like
แล้วทำไมเสียงมันขาดหายแล้วเนี่ย
Could it be? Come with me. We need to check the engine room. It's the heart of the ship, so we need to prioritize its safety.
โอเค Everything is ปังขอเข้าไปดูแต่ละที่ได้ไหมจ้าเฮ้ยไปไหนต่อวัดจะวิ่งสกายเลยพาไปไหนวะนะไหนเดี๋ยวได้น้ำพี่เรายังเปิดไม่ได้น่ะไว้ก่อนเดี๋ยวค่อยใจเย็นเปิดไม่ได้จ้ะเปิดน้ำบีจะวิ่งสวบทุกกล่องที่โผล่มาไม่ได้นะ โอเคไปอยู่ไปลุยกันต่ออีกแล้วแจ๋ว
Strange. Why is there no one here?
มีคนอยู่แต่อยู่แบบไหน ทำไมต้องทำให้ลุ้นด้วย
Cloud Knights.
อ๋อ
They're over here.
อยู่นี่หมดเลยอ่ะหมดเลยนี่คือมีแค่2 คนนะ
And you should be lying alongside
Oh.
them. Don't worry, children. There's plenty of space to hide your bodies over here.
โยโยโยฆ่าเด็กถือว่าผิดนะ
Even though I truly hoped that the war dance would go ahead uninterrupted, and that I was worrying for no reason.
Now that these guys have finally shown up, it's a huge weight off my mind. Bring it on, you abominations!
Your abomination ก็ไม่มีอะไรก็ปล่อยออโต้เชิญเลยอ่ะเชิญเลยตีอยู่นี่ให้เต็มที่
Right on time.
Watch your head.
ก็เหตุ
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Yes, you! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
It's on me.
Right on time.
จบหมดปิ้ง
If we found 2 wolves in the engine room, that means that even more abominations have infiltrated other
พบหมาป่า
areas.
2 ตัวอยู่ในห้องเครื่อง
Hule is already aboard the
เจอจ
Sky
ริงๆ
Splitter.
แล้วมีประมาณ4 ตัวได้
There's no time to talk about this. The war dance has already started. If my guess is correct, the Borisin will most likely use the ceremony to begin their slaughter.
อะไรเด็กๆ ได้เวลาทำตัวเป็นฮีโร่
We need to get to the war dance ring.
ไป
Come with me. To the ring.
ไม่เอาดิ
This way. We're not too late.
ประตูไม่อยากยุ่งจ้ะไม่อยากยุ่งจ้ะเออ
We would like to welcome all of our honored guests and contestants to the Xianzhou Luofu's Luminary War Dance Ceremony. Before we get the first round underway, our organizing committee would like
คือ
to
มันเหมือนเกนชินเลยทำฉากแบบสวยๆกว้างๆใหญ่ๆแต่คนน้อยๆอ่ะน่าเศร้าจัดอ่ะคือถ้าเพิ่มคนมากกว่านี้เครื่องของผู้เล่นก็จะแหลกอะแต่มันดูน้อยไปแบบว่าอะไรอ่ะเอโอเย่ก็เหมือนว่าเรารับรู้ไว้ว่าอย่างน้อยก็มีคน
let us invite our special guest host, Mr. Albert, to the stage to formally open the war dance.
มาแล้วว่ะหมาป่าเวอร์ชันแบบว่ามีครีบหลังเหมือนกอดซิลล่าโอ้
From this moment on, the Sky Splitter belongs to me. And for you, dear spectators, I have prepared a true fight to the death.
อะไรครับพี่รอดูพี่สู้อยู่นะครับ
Run for your lives.
My apologies. The spectators that you were expecting aren't here. Everyone here actually came to see you. Cloud Knight, prepare for battle.
รักซิกทีวีดีครับดีครับไม่ได้เจอกันซะนานเลยไปไหนมาแล้วเนี่ยโดนเขาให้เฮ้ยไม่ใช่วอลวิกแล้วนะจะมาป่าโหนต่อรับโอ้
That's fine too. Since
อะไรเหล่าตัวประกอบซื้อได้แน่นอนไม่รู้สิเพราะเห็นแล้วดูไปดูมาผมรู้สึกหิวไก่ KFC ยังไม่รู้หลับก่อนนี่นะล้อม3เปิด1นี่นะแผนการที่สุด
Precisely. When Hule escaped, we should have cancelled the war dance immediately. No one can predict where a wild beast like him will attack. Yet festivals and celebrations like this are likely.
ก็คือให้มาลงที่อันนี้อยู่แล้วใช่ไหม
Preparations for the war dance were in the works for so long. I couldn't bear to announce its cancellation. So I thought, if the show must go on, then let it go on. But that doesn't mean that the war dance we hold today has to be the real event.
Oh.
All we need to do is swap all the spectators and contestants aboard the ship with Cloud Knight soldiers, and the Sky Splitter, soaring high above, will become the ultimate battleground for our hunt.
ก็ทุกคนที่อยู่ก็คือเป็นอะไรหมดเลยนอกเครื่องแบบ
Then we just need to draw his attention to the Sky Splitter. We'll have the Skyfaring Commission clear all transport lanes and cut down Starskiff traffic. Then, when the time comes, there will be only one ship in the sky, and he will have no reason not to attack. General Fei Shao will be in charge of scaring the wolves and cutting off their other means of escape, making him think that this will be his best way out. Given that the Borisin already have insiders on the law,
ถ้ามีอะไรอย่างที่หลังนี่วอลวิกเลยนะวอลวิกอีกมิติหนึ่ง
making them focus solely on keeping themselves.
มีสกิลคุ้มข้างด้วยนะคุณวอลวิกตัวนี้ไม่ใช่ไม่ได้เหมือนซะหน่อย
I will go with the Skyfaring Commission to guard the Jade Gate and ensure that things do not spiral out of control.
Knowing that Elder Huayan is part of our last line of defense is a great comfort. This hunt will make Hule understand that the arrows of the hunt will always be one step ahead of the abominations.
พูดอย่างเท่ตัดภาพอีกแล้ว
That jolt just now. What's going on?
ยังไม่รู้เรื่องอยู่คนเดียวเลย
Must have actually infiltrated this.
คุณเธอไม่รู้เรื่องสินะไปเสียงคำราม
You guys, you're not Cloud Knights acting as Borisin, are you?
เอาจริงดิ
You're real Borisin, aren't you?
Oh.
Looks like the General's arrangements are finally coming in handy. I need to find Yuki and the others as soon as possible. Liquidation! That if Hule appears, the Cloud Knights will assemble and do everything they can to suppress him. Master Yunli, where are you?
March, I'm below the ring.
The hall below the ring. I remember.
ฉันพร้อมแล้วโอ้
Master Yanqing, what are you doing here?
I was concerned about the safety of the Sky Splitter, and my dear disciple, of course.
Yanqing, the wolf you are hunting is standing above us in the war dance ring at this very moment.
ตัวอะไรมาไม่เปิด
Cloud Knights.
พอเอ้ย ตัวอะไรมาไม่เปิดแล้วพอเปิดนายพลไม่ได้รอเปิดพอแลบอย่างเดียวตัวอะไรมาทุ่งไม่สนนะถ้าไม่มีการันตีก็หวยไม่ออกโอ้อะไรครับเนี่ย
If my masters are going to battle, how could they go without their disciple?
Yunli, Miss March, may your blades be sharp and your victories glorious.
May your blades be sharp and your victories glorious.
May your blades... forget it. Let's go and make this a quick victory.
เอาลุยสามคน
Let's go.
นั่นแหละจะได้ดูเลยนะไอดีพังแล้วเอ้ย
So feeble. Such weakness is truly pathetic.
3 ต่อ 1โอ้ยพี่เกปัดทิ้งให้ด้วยถ้าจะแต่งงานกันในอนาคตไงแต่งกันแน่แต่ในอนาคตแน่นอนเรียกว่าเป็นคู่มั่นกันก่อนตอนนี้
I wouldn't let my guard down if I were you. It's about time this old wolf tasted defeat at the hands of a young cub.
Sure, I'll play along.
ทำไมไม่มีให้ปล่อยออโต้เนี่ยผมเขียนสู้เองนะเนี่ย
Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Trying to show you what I can. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
You think a little ambush is enough to defeat me?
ไม่คิดครับพี่ไม่คิดเลยพี่เก่งเหลือเกินโอ้อะไรกันนี่
Let the valuation begin.
Go Navi!
It's all me.
Insane power.
เฮ้ยท่าเท่จังยังกับเบรดเลย
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Awesome.
อะไรอ่ะโอ้แจ้งมาเถอะง่ายๆคือมันล้มใช่ไหมแค่นั้นเองไม่บอกว่าเด็กออมมือพวกนี้น่าเบื่อพี่กำลังโดนตบอยู่นะเฮ้ย
This goes on. They'll all be dead by the time she arrives.
No dirty tricks.
นี่เป็นเพราะว่าพี่บังคับใช้นะมาเซเว่นเนี่ยไม่งั้นพี่ได้เจอของจริงไปแล้วคัดซีนโอ้โห
I've had enough. Time to finish this game.
ตีไม่เข้าตัวจะแตกเอ้า
Secrets are a weapon that a hunter cannot live without. Those that have no secrets are no more than prey, cut open and waiting for death.
What you're saying is, in your eyes, I am no more than prey that has exhausted all of its secrets and is simply awaiting its death.
Do you think you have some other escape route? Jiao Cho, I have already peeled back your disguises and defenses, layer by layer. I know all the secrets that you and your general have buried so deep.
But you have told me all of your secrets.
ลองเพชรยาวๆรอเปิดเฟสมาตอนไหนเปิดตอนนั้นอ๋อก็คุณน่าจะได้รอยันสงกรานต์เลยมั้งครับเนี่ยอีกยาวไกล
But you will never have a chance to use them. You will be buried with them right here. Although you are a fortunate one. After all, you will avoid having to see the tragic future that awaits your general. I'm sure she understands her fate far better than you ever will. One day on the battlefield, she will be overpowered by her ever-intensifying moon rage, and finally be torn apart by her fury and transformation. Not even your god can save her from this fate, although they can lead her to liberation. And the only way to save her is here, in my hands.
Are you the healer? Or am I? Are you really that certain of your own judgment?
I must leave, Foxian. But before I go, you know what I must do, don't you?
Drink blood wine. I hear it is a Borisin custom to kill prisoners and drink their blood before battle to stir up their madness.
ไม่น่าตายมั้ง
You really did put hard work into researching us. It is a shame that this is where your journey ends.
Someone coming ไหม
Are you the healer, Jiao Cho?
Is there anything that I can do for you?
I heard that you saved me.
There's no need to thank me.
If you're a healer, can you cure my moon rage?
ขนาดเพชรดองตั้งแต่ประมาณ 3-4 เดือนที่แล้วยังไม่ออกเลยออกแต่ตัวสีดาวนี่งั้นคำถามคือคุณเล่นเกมนี้จริงหรือเปล่าเนี่ย
Your condition is not
ทำไม
suited.
เพชรมันดูน้อยจังทั้ง 3-4 เดือนเลยนะ
Okay, then can you cure war?
What are you talking about? I'm just a healer. All I can do is...
So all you can do is heal us and let us go cure war.
Such arrogance, young lady. This war has been waged for thousands of years, and it will only continue. What do you mean by cure war? All you will achieve is getting yourself killed.
You healers work yourselves to the bone to save people, even though there will always be sickness and death. So we will also keep fighting. I cannot speak for the dead. But I know that General Yueyu, as well as all the warriors that never returned from battle,
will not have died in vain.
อืม
They fought so that others could make it home alive. Your actions are no different. Jojo, this is an order. Cure me!
ทุกวันเควสไม่ขาด แล้วทำไมเพชรถึงได้ดูน้อยขนาดนั้นนะครับ คือ3-4 เดือนนี่มันก็ เท่าไหร่อ่ะ2 แพทซึ่ง2 แพทก็ตกประมาณแบบต่ำๆก็10,000นะแพทละ10,000อย่างเงี้ย
Are no more than prey. Cut open. And waiting for death. Enjoy the taste of my fresh blood, Hule. Unfortunately, I am not a man without secrets. I still have one little secret hidden up my sleeve. Tumble dust. I drank it a while ago, and the poison is already flowing through my veins. Sooner or later, you will begin to feel the effects. If the most lethal poison known to this world is able to save
ทำไมได้นางไม่ออกเติมสิครับ
then it
เก็บไปหาง่ายสุด
can be called a great medicine.
เติม
I will do my best to cure you.
ถ้าไม่ออกแล้วอยากได้จริงๆเขาแค่เติม
I kept my promise at the cost of this insignificant life. Bring victory to the Yaoqing.
จะแพ้เด็กแล้วพอยา
You want to play dirty? It's colder.
My sword is even colder.
โอ้ยไม่ให้เปลี่ยนทีมด้วย
Slowing down?
This is our chance.
คือไม่เอาตามเนื้อเรื่องได้ไหม
Time for us to put this dog down.
No more times.
Here you go, Master.
Liquidation!
Sure, I'll play along.
ไม่ถึงด้วย
Watch your head. Dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
This is enough to turn the tide of battle.
Oh. Đã plijen po wyspida.
That does not mean you cannot be overpowered. Hule, take a good look. The power of the Cloud Knights is in my blade.
Resonate all together.
Watch your head.
The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
ขาดตัวลมมีตัวลมแค่ตัวที่มาพร้อมกับมีนาอ๋อต้านเถิงใช่ไหมครับไม่ได้เปิดเปรตใช่ไหมแปลว่าไม่ได้เล่นตั้งแต่แรกใช่ไหมเนี่ยไม่เป็นไรฮะก็ใช้ตัวอื่นแทนเอาดูเวลาโคตรเท่เลยครับ เฮ้ยหม่อมแม่มาแล้วเอามาทำไมครับให้เขาร่วมมาทำไมไม่อยากพูดคุยกับทุกคนเกี่ยวกับสถานการณ์ปัจจุบัน
The hunt is finally over. Thank you, Lieutenant Yang Ching.
I've...
Take it. Who would have imagined that? I originally thought. Come, we need to.
ไปพร้อมลุย
Such an unforgettable blade. So similar to the one wielded by the woman who defeated me all those years ago. Over 700 years have passed, and I thought I would have a way to overcome it by now. But in the end,
ลุงเข้ามาในห้องผมได้ยังไงวะเนี่ย
fangs and
แย่จริง
claws were too slow. You won, child.
Stop struggling, Hule. There's plenty of time for you to be tortured by your regrets when you go back to the shackling prison.
Yes, I was defeated, but this was not unexpected. And regardless,
ฉันรอเวลานี้มาตลอดตัวพี่แกจะโชว์อะไร
your face shall.
เป็นการฮูเร่โอ้โอเคโอเคเนื้อเรื่องบังคับใช่ไหมไม่บังคับถูกไหมไม่บังคับจะได้ไม่เอาก็นี่ไม่จัดทีมด่วนว่ะโอเคจึบแล้วก็สุดท้ายจึบเรียบร้อยป่ะตบแล้วล่ะ
For so long. Our little hunting game has finally reached its climax. I told you before, I had a path prepared for you. You've doomed yourselves. As I meet my demise, so shall the entire Xianzhou Long.
Yo.
The crimson moon in my chest will make this place
ตาแสงหรือเลือดโชว์ที่แห่งนี้
I will drive all foxes to madness in their fear, craving slaughter without end.
เรียบร้อย
This is the heart of the Borisin warhead, a product of the plague mark. I'll leave the next part to you.
I don't understand.
We cannot allow this thing to spread. I will do all within my power to consume this crimson moon. Once the situation changes, Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
เรียบร้อยนายพลก็จะเปิดโหมดข้างแทนโอ้โห
Die, Borisin.
What? We clearly don't have wolf ears.
Dangerous spots. Hold together. Resonate one
ถอน
soul.
ซะแล้วเอ้ยสโลย
I will not allow any of you to leave the Sky Splitter.
Does she think we're her enemies?
Hule just wanted to take down the general, even at the cost of his own life. Snap out of it, General.
ทำไมถึงไม่ยอมปล่อยเป็นระบบออโต้
Song bring us victory.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
ไม่เสียที่สุดเสียการควบคุมอุ้ย
Get a minute to catch our
ท่าเท่นะ
What do we do? Do we fight or run?
For all this, do you still think running is an option?
I hit the mark.
I venture forth
Why?
to hunt.
Forever.
เรียบร้อย
Spend freely.
กันซะหน่อยแล้วก็เชิญเลยครับอู้
We can't let her get away. But do we stand any chance at all?
อาวุธหลุดไปแล้วเอาตัวแรกเลยเปลี่ยนมาใช้ธนู
She said, I'll leave the next part to you.
โอ้
She put her faith in us.
Trying.
I promise. I will.
ใช้รูปนี้อย่างบ่อยเลยอะ
Feisha.
No one can live forever, Zhao Zhao. This time, I must break my promise. Is this the Sky Splitter? Or somewhere else?
Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
We can't let her get away.
Snap out of it, General.
You always leave the hardest battles for yourself. Even now, you would never run away.
อืม
Isn't it strange that as your enemy, I understand you even better than your own allies?
Hule?
This rage, I remember the taste. I know that it was the victory that it thirsted for. The hunt itself. Isn't that right, Fei Shao?
You shouldn't be here. I saw you die with my own eyes.
Just consider me a figment of your imagination. Before every hunt, I make preparations for defeat and retreat. But not this time. This time, defeat was exactly the ending I was racing towards.
โอ้
When I learned your story from Jiao Zhou, I realized that he had always been hiding a secret, and that not even the healer himself understood the meaning of this secret. What an ironic fate, don't you think? All this time, waiting for this day to come,
ฉันเฝ้ารอวันนี้มาตลอดเลยเหรอ
this was how it would
เอาว่ะ เอาว่ะ สาวน้อยฮูเล่
I accepted.
มาสิงร่างเพื่อเสียแทนแล้ว อยากกลายเป็นสาวน้อย
The ironclad defenses of the omnipotent general's heart, and see what secret she has hidden in those deepest, darkest corners.
ถ้าเราทีมชั่วคราว โอเค ความเห็นใจความยุติธรรมความจำปองความสงสัยโอ้โหทราบดั้งเดิมว่าควรจะเป็นด้วยอะไรวะครับเนี่ย Okay.
So-called survival of the fittest is nothing but an excuse. You cannot weaken my resolve, Hule.
ทุกอย่างมันจะดูดีเลยถ้าไม่มีไอ้หมูนี่อยู่ด้วยไม่ใช่หมูดิชะมดเนี่ยดูตัวโอ้
Your actions are no different from those of the abominations we stand against.
At the end of the day, it is the blood of the abominations that runs through your veins. One day, you will inevitably become an enemy of the Alliance. Cloud Knights, formation!
You ran into the arms of your new master's army without hesitation. You thought that you had found freedom, respect, and recognition. But you, they know too well that a wolf will always be a wolf. Now your greatest fear is about to come true. You have become an enemy of the Xianzhou. This is your fear.
You aim to instill terror within me. Yet all of this is nothing but a phantom!
It's time to return to the pack, Fei Shao. No matter how deep the hatred you bear for the Borson, no matter how much we may consider each other enemies, I will still show you this path that you never imagined was available to you.
เฮ้ยฮูเล่จะกลายเป็นสาวน้อย
Made a choice.
น่าอย่า
You devoured the Crimson Moon.
โอ้
Worthy to become the Borson's warhead.
What did you say?
The descendants of Duran who came to rescue me hoped with all their hearts that once I regained my freedom, I would be able to turn the tides of battle and change the fate of our people, allowing the Borson to return to their former glory. But this was just a dream used by someone with ulterior motives to manipulate the Borson. They would rather place their hopes of survival on an imaginary savior than gain the courage and strength to fight to the death. Borson like that deserve no be sent to their deaths. And I, a prisoner who was your captain for over 700 years, a criminal of war who was deprived even an honorable death in battle, will become a puppet upon my return at the mercy of others. This is a fate that I will never accept. For those who are truly strong, Foxy and Borson are no more than labels. Someone who is truly strong chooses their own path. I will create that new path for myself. I will pass the right to decide the destiny of the Borson on to you. Former Borson war slave and future Foxian ruler.
ทำร้าย
Your human Jojo served you with such loyalty. He was even willing to die in order to cure your rage. I told him before that the only way to save you lay in my hands. If you just nod your head, you will awaken from this nightmare that the Crimson Moon has inflicted on you, and your body will be born anew. From that moment, you will no longer be trapped by your rage. Your doubt will be swept from your mind like dust, and your fear will naturally disappear.
So this was the path that you prepared for me. To become a
นี่ไง
new you.
บูลลี่ปัดสาวน้อย
We are so similar after all. We are both monsters that were born for war, and will die for war.
I'm sure my answer doesn't need much explanation. I refuse.
I told you before, Foxy and Borson are no more than labels. You can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. Accept these truths, and the Borson will bow to you. Destroy them, reduce them to dust, or teach them to become servants of the Shenzhou. You are free to do as you please. Carve your name into the Shenzhou's history books, or into the list of arch enemies. You have the final say.
You do not understand, Hule. You have no idea what it is that I truly desire. When I was just a child, I stained my hands with blood for the first time, in order to escape the whips and shackles of the Wolf Masters.
Nirgal, don't stop! Keep running! I can't run anymore. Saran, are they catching up? They're still behind us. Don't stop! Nirgal, look up! Look at that light in the sky! That's a shooting star. It's shining down on us. If we just tell it our wish, we can have our freedom. We will all be able to escape. We'll win our freedom and then share it with our cooler brothers and sisters. So you have to run. Quickly. We can do it. We can escape. Nirgal, run with me.
We ran and ran the strength we had. But we ended up losing each other. I escaped the hunting pack and encountered a woman that could fly. A Cloud Knight.
I imagine you kept your promise.
Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my Kulor companions, there was nothing left there but a bottomless pit.
Light of a devilish archer, a star of calamity that strikes the ground and leaves only devastation in its wake.
In the years that followed, I followed the trail of that light alongside my Cloud Knight allies, and saw it fall countless more times. Gradually, I came to understand. That light was not some shooting star that carried wishes and aspirations. Each Luck's arrow meant that countless lives in a helpless world were about to be obliterated. I prayed to the god of the skybow that I would never have to witness one of these shooting stars fall again. But they ignored my prayers.
That's right. They never answer us. They just let us loose in this world to massacre each other. That is why the fierce battle between us has raged to this day. If the gods who never bleed nor cry, who watch silently from above, refuse to listen to the prayers of mortals, then we have no choice but to fight for our own desires. Do you understand now, Saran? You and I are similar in more ways than you think. You are a beast that was born for war and will die for war.
Perhaps. So, what is it that you yearn for, Hule? Why is it that you fight?
I fight so that I can turn the stars above into a great wilderness for the Borisin to roam. What about you, Saran?
I fight so that one day I will never have to witness another shooting star falling to the ground. So that just one more person can live and return to the Yaoqing alongside me.
You would resist becoming the person you were supposed to be. Lower yourself from a free wolf to a domesticated fox just for the sake of one person. Then have it your way.
เป็นการพูดกันที่ยาวนานมาก
Doubt is my nourishment. I will seize you and devour you. I will replace you and become a Shao.
We are so similar. Both monsters that were born for war and will die for war. You were right when you said that, Hule. So, I shall pray to the heavens. Even if they do not respond to me, I pray that the arrows of the hunt will pierce the heart of every monster.
สักที
Do you see me, shooting star? The knights are sworn to protect the Xianzhou.
will uphold this vow until my very last day.
อูเล่ล่าสาวน้อย
Tears of blood, and all living creatures are loud. I once meant and hunted the weak. Now, I will use your inner beast as my weapon, and your name as my prey. Face Shao! Take back your disguises and show you how cowardly and powerless you truly are, Hule! A wolf lurks in the heart of every Borson and Boxian. The moment you grow, it will devour you.
Easy, Numby. Go, Numby!
เดี๋ยวนะผมควรกดอันนั้นก่อนวะแต่ไม่ทันละ
Market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the long game!
I swear to be the
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Hedge your bets. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Your move. Fearless does not fear.
That won't do.
Let the valuation begin.
Spend freely.
โอเคตกใส่อันตีได้ป้ายอ้าวไม่นับเหรอสวย แค่นั้นแหละ
You shall live forever!
ป๊อปป๊อปป๊อปป๊อปป๊อปป๊อปป๊อปป๊อปป๊อป
Harmony and unison. Light. Stars echo.
สบายเลยครับเจ็บนิดหน่อยก็อ่ะ
Sure, I'll play along. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
พร้อม
Watch your head.
กดฝ้าเป็นอย่างที่ปั๊บพร้อมลุย
I swear to be the
กดสเปคบาร์รัวๆอ่ะฮะ
Easy, Numby. Go, Numby!
ถึงอ่ะ
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Face off for the victim.
Your move, Hule. Fearless does not fear.
Watch your head.
Liquidation!
กำลังเดือดอยู่จะหมดเดือดแล้วนะ
Let the valuation begin. Go, Numby!
กดตีไม่เข้าโอเคโอ้ท่าใหญ่
Stars echo.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
ถ้าตีเข้าแล้วถึงตายนะครับ
I swear to be forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
ไม่ตายสักทีวะ
Our little hunting game ends here. I see mighty light of the heavens, woke in my heart. Come to me. We shall conquer as
โดนก็ให้ว้าว
My only enemy has always been myself.
General. General, you're awake.
ในสุดแผนการล่าหมาป่าก็จบลงอย่างราบรื่นนะเดี๋ยวชีวการปางตายยังไม่จบเลย
To hear their explanations.
โอ้เขาสวยนะครับพี่
Welcome, Miss Ling
เหมือนลากกวางเลยพี่
Preceptor Tauron.
Greetings, my honored preceptor. It's been a while since we last touched base. I've brought a friend with me today. I believe you're already familiar with each other.
Tauron? Elder Tauron? I remember when I was exiled, you were on the verge of passing on. What's with this new look?
All of this is thanks to your past life. Had you not been so rash, I wouldn't have had to walk such a dangerous road to free our clan, becoming this specter of my former self. Don Hung, you've returned twice, but it seems that meeting us fossils wasn't on your agenda. Regrettable indeed. Now here you are to meet me anyway.
แต่จริงมันหล่อนะ
Life does love its
ลุคนี้พี่แกดูหล่อนะถ้าหน้าไม่ติดว่าเป็น NPC ไปหน่อยอะทำให้หน้ามันดูดีกว่านี้เอาไปเป็นตัวละคร playable ได้เลย
When the Cauldron Master extends an invitation, it's only proper for the preceptors to attend.
As the newly appointed Cauldron Master, there's been much to take care of within the Alchemy Commission. It's only now that I've had the chance to speak with you. Please forgive the delay, Elder. I sent over some evidence regarding the prison break in the Shackling prison. I trust you've already looked it over.
Yes, you sent us the remains of Mara-struck soldiers, a map of the Shackling prison, and a semblance reversion essence pill.
These are the remains of assassins who used Cloud Hymn magic to conceal their tracks. They aided in the Borisons' escape, allowing them unimpeded passage through the Shackling prison. That marked up map is a map of prisoners' escape routes. Vidyadhara craftsmen once made blueprints for the prison's construction, so I imagine, Mr. Tauron, you have a similar map in your possession. This pill
Is semblance reversion essence. Indeed. I helped plot the prison break in the Shackling prison.
บอกกันตรงๆนี่เลย
So, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus joining forces with the Lord Ravager to stir up trouble in the Alchemy Commission, the introduction of the Stellaron, and the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection all have something to do with the Vidyadhara.
That's right.
ง่ายอย่างนี้เลยพี่
You were sent here by the General to hear my confession, weren't you? If there's even a shred of empathy in you, you should understand the reasons behind everything I've done. Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the population of the Vidyadhara has dwindled. With the High Elder exiled, a few of us preceptors had to do what we could to turn the tide. My methods might have been drastic, perhaps even incomprehensible. But it was all for one cause. The survival of the Vidyadhara. Yet, the Xianzhou natives zealously forbid any plague marks and did nothing while the Vidyadhara suffered. Dan Heng, Lingsha, as Vidyadhara, you should understand the desperation behind my actions. All I've tried to do is to ensure our survival.
I'm well aware of the challenges the Vidyadhara face. Fighting for survival isn't a sin. But Elder, your actions have gone beyond mere survival. You've become a beast driven solely by the propagation, devoid of even a hint of empathy.
Oh. Despite calling ourselves
โอเค
noble
มาถึง
draconic
ช่วงที่น่าขอเช็คหน่อยแล้วกันว่าคุณแม็กซ์ยังอยู่ใช่ไหมน่าจะยังรออยู่เลย
If I hadn't resorted to beastly actions, the Vidyadhara sages show no mercy. As Lingsha, Dan Heng, the past is behind us, but the future of the Vidyadhara still lies within your grasp. The situation on the Xianzhou Luofu has changed rapidly. As Vidyadhara, we must unite in purpose and avoid the mistakes of the previous Imbibitor Lunae.
I was initially skeptical about the Vidyadhara's betrayal of the Alliance. But after hearing your confession, I realized that there is no point in talking about trust. Breaking the covenant of our alliance will bring war upon the Vidyadhara. Even if we are able to have offspring again, what difference will it make?
Once my plan succeeds, the Alliance will see the Vidyadhara as their saviors, because both parties ultimately share the same interests.
So now that survival won't convince us, you want to talk about interests.
For 1,000 years, the Alliance has been engaged in brutal warfare against the denizens of abundance. Yet victory has remained beyond reach. Have you ever wondered why? Should the Alliance emerge victorious, they will inevitably become the next denizens of abundance. However, if they suffer defeat, the Alliance will face extinction. Thus, the Alliance has deceitfully upheld this precarious balance. However, I have a way to escape from this dilemma. The Alliance's path to salvation lies within the secret of dragon transmutation. Imagine if there were a way to transform other life forms into Vidyadhara. The Alliance would then possess an endless stream of soldiers and would not need to worry about casualties. Once the war ended, these soldiers would cease reproduction, eliminating concerns of overpopulation. This is the way to salvation for the Xianzhou Alliance. The ultimate path to end the universe's suffering under the immortality plague. Only we, the Vidyadhara, can achieve this.
So, you relied on this rhetoric to manipulate the ignorant members of the Vidyadhara into serving you. I am deeply disappointed in you, Elder. Your thoughts and intentions are completely devoid of empathy. Cloud Knights!
Hold it!
Miss Bailu!
Mr. Dan Heng and Sister Lingsha! Everyone's here?
You think I don't know why you're really here? Jing Yuan sent you here to test me, didn't he? According to the oath between the Alliance and the Vidyadhara, it's forbidden to spill Vidyadhara blood on their own territory. Are you all ready to violate this oath in the presence of the Lawfu's High Elder?
Dragon Lady, there's no need to panic. Elder, the Vidyadhara's sacred grounds and the High Elder are not to be used as pawns in exchange for your life.
You talk a big game. As if you have the nation and the people's best interests at heart. But when it really matters, you use a small girl as your shield. It's ridiculously pitiful.
I've said it before. Survival is never a sin.
คุยกันยาวจริงๆไงแต่ละรอบเนี่ย
So you should understand my intentions. And as a Vidyadhara, I will leave for you a dignified solution. Leave the Scale Gorge waterscape immediately, and appeal to the top echelons of the Alliance. Let the 6 charioteers hold a trial, and sentence me to exuviation and rebirth.
I see right through your plans, Mr. Tauron. Vidyadhara Rebirth erases past crimes, but I'm well aware of the Preceptor's dirty tricks during Rebirth. You might not be you, but you will still be you. I won't forgive myself for past sins under the pretext of knowing nothing, nor will I allow you to evade accountability.
Don Hung, I've always disliked your inability to see the bigger picture. Rebirth hasn't changed you one bit.
Miss Bailu, as High Elder of the Lawfu Vidyadhara, please share your thoughts at this moment.
I don't want to stay here. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm not some puppet to be controlled. Please, take me away with you.
I understand. As the oath dictates, members of the Alliance are forbidden from harming Vidyadhara here. But I have long since severed ties with the Alliance. Right now, I'm simply a nameless, free to come and go as I please. The oath of the Xianzhou means nothing to the spear in my hand.
เอ้ยโอ้โอ้ Jesus แล้วมาแค่แอนิเมชั่นแค่นั้นนะ
Get them! Do whatever it takes! Make sure they don't leave you alive.
แล้วก็คือทีมอย่างนี้เมื่อไหร่จะตีจบ
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Watch your head.
เฮ้ยโอเคได้ตีจบอยู่
No dirty tricks. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in. Spend freely.
Steady.
Watch your head.
Get it together.
No dirty tricks. All in.
Stars echo. Go Navi!
Be of your body and mind. Everything in this world is bleeding. โดนกระต่ายทับไปซะนะ Dragon Lady, are you all right?
I'm fine. Thank you for rescuing me.
You You actually came here in person?
มาจับแล้ว
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear your lofty opinions. The public trial you seek with the 6 charioteers is inevitable. In addition, I'll write to the sage queller of the Feng Hu. With her hatred for evil, I'm sure she will make a just decision.
If it's her, she will earn the respect and assent of all the Vidyadhara on the Lafu.
In terms of martial prowess, you indeed have the upper hand. But if you're under the impression that this advantage can be used to settle the score with us preceptors, that's quite an overestimation. Given the Vidyadhara's foundation within the Alliance, do you really think you can do anything to us?
ตั้งนานมีคนลงชื่อแค่ไหนกันเชียว
As I mentioned, I'll take all the blame and become the scapegoat.
ก็ยังเป็นคนเดิมคนเดียวโอเคไม่เป็นไร
The interrogation alone will take an eternity, and in the end, through various exchanges of interest, I am certain to survive. You understand this better than anyone, as it's the very art of trade-offs you love to wield. Lastly, a word of caution to you. I heard that Hule has escaped from prison and is headed directly for the Sky Splitter. The bloodshed at the war dance is bound to be gruesome. Perhaps, even before my trial, your impeachment will have you in dire straits first.
Regrettably, Mr. Taoran, the Sky Splitter only hosted Cloud Nights today. No audience.
ไปเลย
Just moments ago, Hule
วันนี้
was
ชิวๆใช่ครับวันนี้ชิวๆแบบชิวนั่งเล่นเนื้อเรื่องดูไปเรื่อยๆโอ้ไม่มีใครลงชื่อ ผมก็เลยไม่ต้องรีบไงเดี๋ยวผมก็ปล่อยชิวจบยังจบเพื่อจะได้ไปดูไอเดียให้เขาจบเพื่อนะWhat?
Miss March.
แล้วมันเป็นเสียงกันด้วยนะ
Miss March, my dear Miss March. I was only in the bathroom for a little bit, and you've already arranged my death? Hey, can't you play some normal games with Dragon Lady? Thanks a lot for that. Alright, enough playing. It's time to visit my masters. The infirmary is right over there. You can go by yourselves. Oh, come back and visit me when you have time. Next time, let's not play overly realistic make-believe with this doofus, okay?
Well, there's not much I could do. General Fei Xiao didn't really give me any chance to shine during this wolf hunt operation. If I had been in the ring, I could have knocked down 10 Huleis with just one strike.
You sound exactly like Master Yenshing. But for now, both he and Yun Li have been forced to go to the Alchemy Commission for some well-needed rest. I'm the least accomplished in swordplay, but I came out unscathed. I really ought to thank my masters for taking all the blows on my behalf.
ไม่จบด้วยโอเคไม่จบเดี๋ยวผมจบให้ผมเข้าไปใน Discord ก่อนนะชิปแล้วก็ให้แท็กเพื่อใช้สตาร์เรลเป็นของคุณแม็กซ์ โอเคปรับจอก่อนแป๊บนึงแล้วเจ้าตัวอยู่ไหมเนี่ยเจ้าตัวไม่อยู่ด้วยทำไงดีล่ะเนี่ยเว้ยวะเจ้าตัวไม่อยู่แท็กไปแล้วไม่มาผมจะทำยังไงดีล่ะเนี่ยลงชื่ออยู่แค่คนเดียวด้วยสิในสุดก็กลับมาเป็นรูปควอนตัมแนวนอนไม่ใช่ควอนตัมแนวนอนนี่มันดุมดำคุณแบล็คคือโฮน่ะครับฟูมพี่ตันฟูมนี่ไงไม่ใช่ควอนตัมแนวนอนล่ะไม่ได้เลยคำถามคือตอนนี้เจ้าตัวอยู่ไหนหลับแล้ววะเนี่ยใช่แท็กเราแล้วกันนะสงสัยได้ไหมได้ อาจจะได้คุณกินเวลาไปทั้งหมดเท่าไหร่3 ชั่วโมง ไลฟ์ตัวไอดีพังแต่ปรากฏว่าไม่มีคนไอดีพังเข้ามาก็นั่นแหละทำอะไรไม่ได้เดี๋ยวแรกตัวแล้วนะครับหายแบบหายคุณแม่กับคุณไม่เข้ามาให้ผมตรวจนะตอนนี้นี่หมอจะไปนอนแล้วนะครับหมอง่วงแล้วนะครับเนื้อเรื่องมันเหลวเป๋วแค่เล่นเนื้อเรื่องจบโดยไม่สคริปต์นี่ก็ตัวแทบจะเหลวแล้ว เอาคนไข้ครับไม่ตอบไม่มีเสียงเรียกเอาไงดี เอาไงดีนะเอ้ยครับฝันดีกับคุณแคทนั่นละฝันดีโชคดีเลยพรุ่งนี้ครับต้องทำหน้ายิ้มให้ไหมแบบว่ายิ้มโชคดีเลยพรุ่งนี้ครับ ยิ้มเหมือนลอยเลยแบบชอบนะ VC Face มาทำอะไรดิไม่ใช่ VC Face ดิ V ลอยทำได้เยอะดิผมต้องไปปรับแต่งฟันหน่อยโอเคเหงานี่ครับน่ารักฝันดีครับใช่คุณเนี่ยอวดได้เลยตาเป็นดุมดำนั่นเองข้างในเป็นดุมดำนั่นเอง ไปนั่งทำมาโอเคโอเคเรียบร้อยนอนหลับได้เพราะว่าตอนนี้เขาไม่มางั้นโอเคขอบคุณที่อุตส่าห์แวะเข้ามาดูกันจริงๆนะครับพวกคุณน่ารักกันมากไม่รู้ว่าจะมีในส่วนของดูย้อนหลังเยอะแค่ไหนแต่ถ้ามีแล้วเข้ามาดูถึงจุดนี้ก็ขอบคุณนะครับที่อุตส่าห์ไว้มาดูย้อนหลังแล้วก็รวมถึงคนที่เข้ามาดูสตรีมเนาะถึงจะปะปายเข้ามาบ้างแล้วก็ออกไปบ้างแล้วคุณก็มีธุระอะไรกันนิดหน่อยไม่เป็นปัญหาอยู่แล้วน่ารักกันมากครับน่ารักกันจริงๆโอเคนอนหลับฝันดีกันดีกว่าในเมื่อคนไข้ไปมาหมอทำอะไรไม่ได้ทุ่งป่ะนอนตัดภาพตัดอะไรรวดเร็ว